saving time and money. Who wouldn't want that, right? I'm Jen Sabotin of FuelYourTransformation.com, and I'm here today to share with you 5 super simple tips for saving time and money in the kitchen. So you've decided you're going to try cooking healthy, cooking at home. You've watched some of the previous episodes. You're all ready to go. But what next? Let me give you these 5 tips for how you can save time and money as you're getting ready to start cooking at home. So, number 1. I promise I'm not going to give you too many more tools, but this one's a biggie. Number 1 for saving time and money is a crock pot. Yeah, so a crock pot or a slow cooker, called the same thing. So here's the crock pot. This is it all assembled together. It's actually made up of 3 parts, so let me take it apart for you. First of all, there's a lid. Next, and I totally recommend getting the kind that has the removable crock. I know when I was a kid, my mom had a crock pot where it was all in one and you couldn't really take it apart. So having this crock that comes out and is removable, and you've got the lid on there, that makes it super nice for cleaning. You can take it out and clean it. You can bring this to the table to serve. So there's the crock and the lid. And then the last part is the base. And the base is the heating element. So this part is what gets plugged in. I just have my cord wrapped around the handle for storage. So this is the part that gets plugged in. This gets hot. This is a heating element all the way around. So it's heating up the sides of the crock when it's in there. It's heating at the bottom. And so it heats your food all the way around. This does get hot. So if you're using a crock pot, you don't want to touch the outside here. Mine has nice handles that are far away and they're very sturdy so that I can hold it and carry it or lift it like this. So this is the heating element. You do not want to put this in water. If it gets dirty or little drips, just take a damp cloth and wipe it off. So there's the heating element with the base, and then we've got the crock and the lid. So those just sit right inside. You plug it in and you're ready to cook. Now, here's how it saves you time and money. First of all, super easy to use. I'm going to share some crock pot recipes in the future, but here's the deal. You basically just put stuff in it, plug it in, turn it on, and that's it. So, for example, if you're cooking something like stew, you would put in your vegetables that you want to have in there, your meat, whatever your liquid is, your broth, and then you turn it on anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, let it cook. That means you can set it up the night before, let it cook overnight, it's ready in the morning, or set it up in the morning, let it cook all day, you come home from work and your dinner's done. Not only for soups and stews, it's great for that, soup, stews, chili, those are no-brainers, but you can also put meat in there. You can put roasts in there, you can put pork in there and do pulled pork, you can do a chicken, all kinds of things that you can do in the crock pot. Even breakfast. You can make an overnight oatmeal in your crock pot. Again, put it together at night, let it cook overnight, you wake up in the morning, nice hot breakfast is ready for you. So it saves time. And as far as saving money, you can use a lot of cuts of meat in there that you wouldn't normally cook. Things that are kind of generally tougher or considered not as high quality meat. Because you're cooking it over time and slowly, makes it super tender and delicious. Again, I'll share some more crock pot recipes with you coming up in a future episode. So, tip number 1, a crock pot. Definitely saves time and money. The next one. So this is a green onion, all right? And when you're using a green onion, generally you're cutting off this top part, get down here to the bottom, and then you get to this little root area. And most times people will just throw that away. So, you've already paid for this, and they come in a little bunch at the store in a little package. Here's the deal. Once you use it down towards that white root area, just take a small glass of water and put that little root down in the water. In about 4 or 5 days, maybe even up to a week, depends how much you cut it down, it's going to regrow so that you can have more green onion to use. Now, I've done them once. I've done them so where I regrow it one time, use it, and then I throw it away. I've never regrown the same root system more than once. I'm not really sure how that would work out. But getting twice as much mileage out of my pack of green onions just by putting it in water saves money. All right, so tip number 3. This is a biggie, guys. Make a meal plan. Make a plan for the week. Like, write out what meals you're going to have, because you've been here before, right? You come home from work, you're looking around the kitchen, somebody says, what's for dinner? And you don't know. So then the next thing you know, you're looking for freezer meals, you're looking for the phone book to call the pizza place, kids are piling in the car to go to McDonald's, whatever. You're paying for that convenience. You're paying for that fast food. And certainly it's not very healthy. All right, if you make a menu or a meal plan for the week, and then you take those ideas of what you're going to eat and you make a grocery list, you're going to know what to have every night. You don't have to come home and wonder what's for dinner. It's going to say on the fridge or on the list on your clipboard what you're going to have. And if you make your grocery list off of that, you go to the store one time a week, you get all the items, you know you have them. No more like, hey, let's have this. We don't have the ingredients. You're going to have them on your grocery list. You're going to buy them. That saves time. And no multiple trips to the store where you or your kids spot other last minute impulse buys and suddenly your budget is blown. One menu for the week, one grocery list, one shopping trip. Saves time and money. All right, next tip. This one is number 4, and I've got some things to show you here. So I've got a banana that's starting to get a little past ripe. I've got this pepper that somehow got, I don't know, a little worse for wear in the shopping bag. And then I've got this pepper that I used a few of them in a recipe, and you see this guy's starting to look a little bit wrinkly. Not as pretty and plump as he was when I got him. So here's the deal. Sometimes people would throw these away because they're not perfect, they're not pretty, they're not just how we see them at the store. So here's your tip. Don't throw these away. That's throwing money away. You paid for these. So here's the deal. When your bananas get a little bit overripe, just peel them, break them in half, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then freeze them. That way, when you're making smoothies or you're making banana muffins, you've got the bananas in your freezer. For smoothies, they're great to put right in your blender frozen. It makes it nice and thick. It gives it a little banana flavor, but it kind of replaces ice cubes. If you're making banana muffins or banana nut bread, just let it thaw. Let it come to room temperature, and you've got nice bananas that'll be good and ripe for your recipe. So definitely don't throw those away. As far as the pepper, when you get some veggies that are either a little bit damaged or starting to get past their prime, don't throw these away. Just cut them up. Okay, cut out the bad spot. The wrinkles don't matter. Cut them up, dice them up, put them in a little zip top bag. Again, you can freeze them so that when you want to use them in a soup or a stew or put them into an omelet or something like that, they're already diced up. It doesn't matter that they didn't look perfect. They're going to be great in your recipe. So don't throw these away. Cut out the little bad spots, get them all into a bag, and then freeze them. They're going to be totally fine to pull out and use. And you can do this with onions as well. A lot of times I make up little bags of, onions and peppers, freeze them, and then that way those I use all the time. I'll mix them in with potatoes, I'll put them into eggs, omelets, that sort of thing. It's nice to have them in there. And then tip number 5, the last one for today. I told you it was going to go quick. Last one for today is roast a chicken. Now here's the deal. If you know how to roast a chicken, great, roast it at home. Buy a big chicken, put it in your roasting pan, in your Dutch oven if you listened to that episode. I'll share a crock pot chicken recipe with you coming up, but get that whole big chicken and roast it. So you'll have a chicken dinner that night, right? Everybody will get their favorite part of the chicken, and then there's leftover meat on that chicken carcass. Peel off all of that leftover meat. Here's the deal. It makes great chicken salad. It can go on top of a salad where you add meat and fruit and other toppings that you like. It can go into a soup, a broth that you make. By the way, speaking of broth, that chicken carcass, all those bones, here's the deal. Get your stock pot. We talked about that in the pots and pans episode. Chicken bones and the whole carcass, just put it all in there with some water, a couple liters of water. Throw in some big rough chopped onions, celery, carrots if you have them. Just put them in the pot and let that boil. Okay, turn it down to a simmer and just let it sit there for a couple hours. Then when it's done, all you got to do is strain it out. Get out the bones, get out the pieces of vegetable that you don't want. And that broth that you have, homemade chicken stock. That stuff is liquid gold. All right, you guys, 5 tips for today. Here they were. Crock pot, regrow your green onions. Your little bit damaged or old fruits and vegetables can be frozen. Make your meal plan in your grocery list and roast a chicken and then use those leftovers. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode. I'm Jen Sabotin.